There's a raccoon named Rocky, and let's just say his life is anything but ordinary. He's the kind of raccoon who loves the thrill of the hunt, the taste of a half eaten sandwich, and, of course, a good pun. But if you asked anyone where Rocky's home is, they'd probably shrug and say, well, no one really knows. He's a mystery wrapped in a trash bag. Rocky isn't the type of raccoon who likes to settle down in one place for too long. He's the definition of a free spirit, a wanderer who roams from one place to the next, always in search of the best snack, the most intriguing den, and, of course, the perfect hiding spot for his collection of shiny things. Rocky's mysterious home. Where does Rocky live? Well, that's a bit of a mystery. One night, you might find him in the attic of an abandoned house, rummaging through forgotten boxes. The next, he could be curled up in a hollowed out tree in a dense urban park, the city lights twinkling in the distance like a raccoon sized constellation. Rocky has an uncanny ability to blend in, making any place feel like home, whether it's a cozy nook in someone's garage or a quiet corner in a city alley where the trash bins are overflowing. Home is where the snacks are, Rocky always says with a grin, peeking around corners and over fences as he searches for the next meal. He's lived in all sorts of places, from the deep woods where the pine trees stretch toward the sky, to the bustling suburbs, and even the big city. In the forest, he once made a nest in the hollow of an ancient oak, surrounded by a beautiful chorus of birds and the occasional curious squirrel. In the suburbs, he's often been known to take up residence in a discarded shed or a hidden corner of someone's backyard. One of Rocky's favorite spots was a quiet neighborhood park where he once found a little wooden playhouse. He decided it was the perfect treehouse for a raccoon with style, but it didn't last long. One too many curious kids discovered him and his stash of snacks. Some things are best left a secret, Rocky muttered as he moved on to the next adventure. But no matter where he ended up, one thing was certain, Rocky always made his new home feel just right. Rocky's growing up. Rocky didn't start out as the adventurous raccoon he is today. As a baby or kid, he was small and blind, completely dependent on his mom. His mother, a wise, battle-tested raccoon who had seen it all, taught Rocky the tricks of the trade, how to climb trees, how to sneak into bird feeders, and most importantly, how to nail the perfect trash can heist. Stealth, my son, is key, his mother would say as she led him through the suburban neighborhood. But also attitude. If you walk in like you own the place, no one will ever suspect you're about to snatch their leftover pizza. As Rocky grew older, he began to see the world through his own eyes, and the call of the wild became too strong to resist. He left the cozy den his mother had built in a pile of leaves near a stream and set off on his own. From that point forward, Rocky's life was a permanent adventure, scavenging for food, avoiding pesky raccoon traps, which were always too shiny for his taste, and making new friends along the way. He spent his early adolescence perfecting the art of finding food in strange places, getting into tight corners, sneaking into dumpsters, and exploring behind restaurants to discover forgotten fries and half-eaten burgers. You know, I'm starting to think I could become a professional food critic, he joked to his friends. I've tried every fast food joint in this town. 5 stars for fries, 0 stars for stale bread. As he matured, Rocky became a master of the night. Raccoons are nocturnal, which means they do most of their business after the sun goes down. This was when Rocky felt the most alive, navigating the dark streets like a secret agent on a mission. His coat, gray with a touch of black, blended perfectly with the shadows, and his dexterous paws were quick to open any container or trash bag. He also quickly learned that the city wasn't all about food. There were shiny treasures to be found. A bottle cap here, a piece of foil there, Rocky's collection grew by the day. He called it his treasure hoard, but if you asked him about it, he'd just chuckle and say, some things are too precious to share. What does Rocky eat? Food. Rocky was an omnivore, meaning his diet was a mix of everything from fruit to protein-packed snacks. He was especially fond of tacos, particularly the kind left behind at backyard barbecues. Taco Tuesday? More like Raccoon Tuesday, he'd chuckle, licking the last bits of salsa off his paws. Pizza? Oh, don't get him started. Rocky had a special fondness for pizza crusts. He'd often be seen climbing over fences, sneaking into backyards, and doing a little happy dance whenever he found a half-eaten slice. This is the life, he'd say as he nibbled on the crust. Perfectly chewy and always with a little extra cheese. And let's not forget his affinity for peanut butter. No jar, whether full or empty, was safe from Rocky's curious paws. I don't know what it is, he once said while licking peanut butter from a spoon, but this stuff is pawsome. The cycle of Rocky. As the seasons changed, so did Rocky's adventures. In the warmer months, he would be out every night, climbing trees, stealing food, and laughing with his fellow raccoons. In the winter, when food was scarcer and the weather turned cold, Rocky would seek out warmer places, attics, sheds, or even cozy abandoned cars with a touch of luxury. Though Rocky was a solo adventurer, he often crossed paths with other raccoons. He wasn't exactly a family guy, more of a leave me to my snacks kind of raccoon, but he always had a few close friends. And while they never stayed in one place too long, they made sure to catch up during the year's biggest feast, the late autumn harvest. Same time next year? Rocky would ask with a wink, gathering around the scraps of a Thanksgiving picnic. Only if you bring the cranberry sauce, another raccoon would reply. Rocky's future. As for the future, well, Rocky has no plans to settle down anytime soon. The world's my garbage can, he says with a sly grin. And I plan to check every corner for snacks. He'll continue to roam from place to place, making new homes wherever he can find them, always on the lookout for the next delicious bite and the next great adventure. After all, when you're as sneaky and clever as Rocky the Raccoon, there's no such thing as a boring night.